St. Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
We all knew Fields was an incredible athlete coming out of college, and last season, he unleashed it upon the NFL. Ran for over 1,100 yards and would have broken the quarterback single-season record if he had played the full season. He also threw 17 touchdown passes, and that's the next jump for him. More consistency as a passer.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You want to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4? Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Fields. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Herbert now on the option. Gets around him. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. They run with a former Panther. It's Deontay Foreman.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a 7th-year pro and a literal rocket scientist. Here's Joshua Dobbs.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
On first down, Dobbs to throw.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here now, 2nd and 4. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And this will be a Vikings first down as good running gets him to about the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 5. In motion right is Addison. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. In motion right is Addison. On 2nd down, this is Madison. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Dobbs.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
On play action, it's Dobbs.
He'll find Harry on the right side.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll go Madison up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Dobbs.
Touchdown! N'Keal Harry from 13 yards out. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Fields now to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Dobbs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. N'Keal Harry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that makes the score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Fields on first down.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
To throw is Fields.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Bullard in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And that's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. But the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's Madison getting it again on second.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3rd and 3.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Dobbs to throw.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
Touchdown, Vikings!
K.J. Osborne,
55 yards.
and the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
St. Brown motioning left. Off play action, Fields.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
A give left side here for Herbert. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Fields.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They run it on first with Foreman.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields.
That is caught.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game. And he's got a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Dobbs is throwing. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul not only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Draw play, Madison.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Dobbs. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Dobbs.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dobbs.
Pass complete to Osborne.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.